I'm starting up the stream. Looks like the stream is going. Hi everyone, I'm Tigerhawk T3, and road trip. Don't know where we're going, but I think it's Europe. Anything good? Glasgow? Is there anything good in Glasgow? That's 2 or 3 hours. And Glasgow back to Aberdeen? Maybe I'll do these. Sure. Oh, it's this lot. That's cool. That's cool. Oh no, I need a quick job, actually. Because I'm almost asleep. Means I'll probably miss out on this other job. Oh, Balasorbath says hello in chat. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but oh, this is a British car, truck, whatever. Those are very different. They're sideways, kind of in the wrong space-time continuum sort of thing. But I gotta step on it, 'cause this is ostensibly a 59-minute delivery, and that other job expires in 45. So I gotta go, whoa, I gotta go over here, actually. Navigation's not where I'm used to it being. Can I drive in this slow truck? These rentals, So, bit of a channel update. Where am I going here? Going straight, okay. My house is being remodeled soon, so there's going to be confusion and stuff, moving my computer, etc. So, I will be moving it in 1 day, basically. 1 or 2 days. Probably tomorrow's stream will be in the same place, I'm guessing. But the day after, I don't think so. So hopefully everything works out and gets set up properly. That's the plan, anyway, for everything to work. Driving a Mercedes. Pretty nice. It's not very fast, though. I do have to turn, however, so... Doop-de-doo. And then I have to exit again. What is all this? This highway, that highway. Okay, it's the last changeover. Alright. Alrighty. Here as well. I'm kind of leaning this way because, wow. That's not good. I'm fine. The trailer's on the grass. Driving a truck. Not always a simple matter. I'm leaning to the left because, that's how the truck is. It's not, like, centered and correct. It's the mirror universe. Can't handle it. Sort of. Let's step on it, shall we? Don't know how much I can do that. But hopefully enough. Probably not. Not a great truck, and a lot of, exiting and merging and stuff, so... Oh, I have to exit. Well, not exit. It's a roundabout. But I have to go here is the thing. Okay, and then right. There we are. Okay. Let's just do this. Huh? Is it somewhere here? Yeah, there we are. Awesome. Okay, great. And what have we got over here? Oh, no, I want price per distance. There we go. Oh, it's gone. It's reasonably far, though. This is a 16-hour ferry ride, by the way. Sure. We can do that. And it is this one. That's cool. That's cool. Almost hit the thing. That would be bad. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Alright. Alright. Turn that off. Do I have, Okay, I had the wheels down. Put them back down! Look how much money I have. 60 grand. Can't do anything with that. Except for, get income from employees. What am I hauling this time? 18 tons of fluorine. That's great. Makes me feel very safe. Right, and then there's a gentle turn, and then we have to turn into some country route or something. I don't know. But that's what we'll do. You ready? It's somewhere here. I know it is. To Edinburgh. Alright. More income. We started at around 60. So let's see how much we get by the end. I'm learning more C++, by the way. A couple days ago, we had a FizzBuzz Let's Code with C++, and, what's this? This is bad. Gotta slow down for that. Definitely. So, I'm still reading a tutorial. I'm on classes, and then I'm like half or 2/3 of the way through-ish. So I plan on finishing the tutorial, reading through it, and then starting over and reading it again, and taking notes on the difficult parts and the parts that are different from Python. We didn't do any particularly strange things in our FizzBuzz program. We could have had a pointer to the integer we were keeping track of, but we didn't need to. So there you go. I have been assured that sometimes those features are very important. Sometimes. Never really needed them in Python, so far as I know. Python has a lot of equivalents to things that you can do in other languages, but they're often not the best way to do stuff. Like our for loop of for int I equals 1, I less than 101 plus I would in Python be for I in range 101. So it would just be looping over a range object, which C or C++ can do. It's a for and then parentheses your loop iterator variable, and then a colon, and then the object you're looping over. So it is a thing. Like Java has for each or something. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I'm okay. I don't need to. No. So, you have to remember that programming languages are, by and large, written by programmers. Not always, but usually. So, they start with the preconceived notion of what they want their language to be able to do, and what they don't want their language to do. And it's usually, I use this language and it was good, but it had some bad things about it, and I use that language that had some bad things about it, and some good things. So, like Python, for example, there is a programming language called ABC, which is supposed to be easy to use and good for learning and teaching, but lacks some powerful features that are kind of important for getting useful things done. So Python was intended to have clear syntax that's easy to learn and use and read, but also practical is the idea. So I have to go right here. Right, very good. I always worry that I'm gonna slow to a stop and go backwards on those. But that only happens in queries. Queries? Places that you get rocks from. Quarries, maybe. Queries? I don't know. But, yeah. I like the fact that our FizzBuzz program compiled into an ordinary exe. That was pretty cool. And I almost tipped the truck, but then I didn't. Don't know if you notice when it goes kinda... the horizon kinda goes like that or like that. That means, one side of your truck's wheels are off the ground. It's not good. But, yeah, I liked, compiling my program into an exe. Which, true, only runs on Windows. But is very easy to run on Windows. You just say, here is one file, and you double click it and it works, because that's what it does. Python programs can run on many platforms, but you need to install the Python interpreter. JavaScript can run on many platforms, but you need to have a JavaScript interpreter, and most devices already do. It's called a web browser. I gotta exit right here. So, there's a saying of rewrite it in JavaScript. Because if you do that, then it's a lot easier for people to access your program. Which is nice. Being able to run the stuff you wrote, it's very good. Are we almost at the ferry? About halfway. I don't know how long today's stream will be. We might just get to the ferry and call it a day. But, we'll see what I feel like doing. We're going pretty fast. Is that a sharp turn? Or not? I don't know. Should be okay. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. No problems here. Could have taken that at 160. Okay. We are going nearly 100 miles an hour. That's a turn. That is definitely a turn. Alright. We are not dead. Not engulfed in a giant tidal wave of 18 tons of fluorine. Which is what we're hauling, by the way. See? 18 tons of fluorine. Yeah. Sometimes it's like sand or rice. It's like whatever. That's fine. That was a sharp turn right there, I can tell you that. And up ahead are several, as you can see. We started at less than 60 grand, and now we're at 84. That's pretty good. That was a very sharp turn. Let's downshift and go a little more slowly, shall we? Could be good to do. Not that slowly. But I don't want to flip the rig. That's the important part. Okay. And I am looking for games with humanoid relatable characters of some kind instead of trucks or puzzles or something. I tried Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. It's okay. It's really showing its age. It's from 2003. So kinda an old game. I kinda get the impression that it would look dated even for the time. I don't know, but it's very, very highly rated. 9 and 9 point something out of 10. I don't know. Just feels like a big disconnect in the controls. Lots of delays. So I played a bit. I already got the Dagger of Time, and the whole time reversing thing doesn't really seem that interesting. It's basically most games you die and you lose a life maybe and go back to the save point and try again, which is what Prince of Persia was like before you got the dagger. And then you get the dagger and you rewind. You just make time go backwards, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but it doesn't actually change anything. So like I could just quick save and quick load. I don't know. Just seems like kind of a gimmick, and I don't see the purpose. But anyway, I'm trying to give it a chance, because, I mean, it's gotten very good reviews, etc. and I remember it being quite popular back in the day. But I'm not really impressed by it. I don't know. The fighting is kind of a combo system. Just mash the buttons and I don't know. I don't know. Feels like I'm just triggering animations. Which technically is what you're always doing. But doesn't always feel like it. Whoa, whoa. So I don't know. There are games with similar combat systems and controls like Darksiders 2, which I have played, and which is also, keep in mind, a much more modern game. How modern is it? 2011 or 12 or something? Cole Powers in chat asks, do you stream somewhere else as well, or just here? I don't know what you mean by somewhere else, unless you mean like this physical room. For now, just here, because this is where my computer is, and kind of a key component for streaming. But in a day or two, I will actually be moving my rig to another room because we're remodeling. And so it's going to be there for several months. 16.5 hours. Oh, it's already on. Okay. Let's get some lights here, huh? Make sure we have this. Very good. Neat. And now we are in Europe, so we have to drive on the right. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the F1 button. Britain has a sign as soon as you get off the boat or the train saying drive on left in like 5 languages. Because Cole Powers says, I mean another streaming site. Nope. I have seen people actually stream simultaneously. I'm on the wrong side of the road. To multiple sites with what's called a restreaming service. You stream to some website, and they rebroadcast your stream to other streaming sites. Or you could just, stream various different things. But no, only YouTube. That is what I do, and that's what I've got, and that's what I know how to do. So that's what we have. YouTube was good enough for my father and his father, so it's good enough for me. Clonkety clonkety clonk. Power says, because I see you talking quite a bit, but I don't see many people talking on chat. That is true, but I archive all my videos, so you can enjoy them later at your leisure. And I figure I should add value to streams. One of the guidelines on streaming Let's Plays is that you have to add value to the content and not just kind of dump whatever media product it is. Like if you had some people have movie reviews or something where they show a lot of content of the movie, but if they're constantly talking over it in the style of a director's commentary sort of thing, then it's okay, because you can't have like, you can't say, I want to watch this movie, so I'll watch a review and, you know, skip over the 1 minute of review part in this 2-hour thing or whatever. I don't think there are actually any reviews that show the entire movie, but games, it's very popular to go through an entire game. So, like I've done with Expand and Hexels and Hexels Plus. So, and I figure if you want to see this game and nothing else, then you should play the game. You will get a better experience. But my audience is here to listen to the soothing sound of my voice. You would think I am joking, but I am not. Apparently I have a very soothing voice to listen to when you want to go to sleep, listen to something boring. Cloparis says, I used to love this game about trucks, but an older version that wasn't online, and it was such an awesome time. This one is actually, it has online capability. You can get delivery jobs from some online service, I don't know, but I don't do that. It's all local. Power says, yeah, I like the talking. May I ask, how did you turn off traffic and tickets? Yes, you certainly may. I'm happy to show you. Tickets, options, gameplay, and traffic offense over here. And oh no, this is Balas Horvath that says, how did you turn off traffic and tickets? That's my bad. Here's tickets, and traffic is here we go with the console. I don't remember how I enabled the console. I think I went into the config file and turned on the console being able to be activated, and now I can turn it on with the tilde or backtick button, the one to the left of the 1 in the number row. And then the command is, I think you can also change this as a setting in your config file, but it's uset usetg_traffic, and then 1 to turn it on, or 0 to turn it off. 0 to turn it off. So that's how you do that. And the reason that I did that is because A, there are speed traps all over the place where you can go 1 kilometer an hour above the limit and get a ticket. And the AI drivers are awful. A, they never let you in, and if they do, they stop too late. So instead of letting you in, they just block you and sit there in front of you until, I presume, it's kind of the game is imagining that you're going, oh, go ahead, no, I'll wait. And then they go, okay, and then they continue on. And then you creep out a little more into the intersection, and you just get a whole stream of people stopping right in front of you for like 10 seconds and then moving on, and then the next one stops for 10 seconds and move on. And of course, with them doing that, it backs up traffic along that road, and then you never get in. Unless you just kind of drive and hope you don't hit anyone. And roundabouts are actually what did it for me to turn off traffic Because, if you want to go into a roundabout, you are supposed to wait until the path ahead of you is clear. People inside the roundabout have right of way, but I suppose that would be news to the AI drivers. And I also think that they don't actually see the trailer. Like, they'll generally try to, avoid you or go around you, but I think they literally are not coded to understand that the trailer exists and is there and they're not supposed to run into it. Because there can be a car stopped wanting to get into a roundabout and you're just driving around the roundabout. And you're going along and you pass the car and you say, well, maybe you'll get in later. And then driving along, suddenly you hear clunk and you get a ticket. And you think, what the heck just happened? And then you mess around with the camera views. The car didn't wait for you to pass completely before zooming ahead. So it ran into you and messed up your trailer. And you get a collision, and that's a ticket. So I had enough of that, and I turned it all off. Now it was just me and the road. And there's stuff happening in chat. Oh my god. Hang on. Actually, I have to massively slow down for this. Cold Powers says that 18 Wheels of Steel is the name. Sounds like a cool game. You're welcome, Balaswabath. It's I didn't like turning off the realistic simulation parts there, but I figured they weren't simulated very well, so it was okay to turn them off. Most people do not want to drive into a tanker full of fluorine, or chlorine, or potassium. They want to avoid that sort of thing. But the cars in this game don't care. They really don't care. And Coal Power says some people do that in real life. They ignore the car with the right of way. That's always fun. We actually have that happening near our house a lot. If any of you know about the new Apple headquarters, that's like a block away from my house. So there's massive construction starting a few years ago and probably continuing for a few years from now. And the street parallel to mine, my street being a residential suburb area, not a major thoroughfare in any way, little stop signs and families with kids in the stroller going to the park, etc., is parallel to a moderately major thoroughfare. Not really, it's not like an expressway or anything, but it's kinda commercial area. Speed limit 35, so kinda, but it's under construction, and I am driving on the wrong side of the road. Technically, it doesn't really matter, but so what people do to skip the traffic is they drive on the street where I live instead. The speed limit here is 25 because there's people walking to the park, small children, dogs, etc., as opposed to a street where the limit is 35, and not really a lot of people walking around. So there's been a lot of people who just want to get where they're going and say, oh, that's a convenient side street, I'll just zoom through there. And they run the stop signs, they don't wait for people, they don't look for people. I've nearly been run over, like, 3 times in the past year, because people don't stop at the stop signs. Rather awful. And I say I've nearly been run over. Last year, the year before, it was either late 2014 or early 2015. A little girl was riding her bike. I'm gonna spoil her now. She's fine. Was riding her bike from the park. Crossed at the crosswalk. There's stop signs, 4-way stop, 25 miles an hour limit, etc. Crossed her bike. Rode her bike, crossing the street, and was hit by a car that was almost certainly using our street as a replacement for a larger street, as a convenience. Because people don't look, people don't care, and the only way to get them to care is basically to put them in jail for assault, which is what you're doing when you drive a car like an insane person and hit someone. Always stop at stop signs in real life, people. Always. And look. Make sure there isn't someone crossing. Especially in residential areas. Because there could be pets or small children. And, I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say, you don't want to kill anyone like that. It's just not good. Just don't. So, stop at stop signs. For real. For real. Cole Power says, I don't want to run into a tank full of null pointers. Certainly not. I've read about those already in the tutorial. And apparently, sometimes you would want to create them. A pointer that doesn't point to anything. Not pointing to an object of type void, but not pointing at anything. Sometimes you want to use them, sometimes you didn't want them, and get them unexpectedly and it's bad. I don't know. I'll have to figure all that stuff out. Power says I killed the whole dramatic effect. But, stop at stop signs. And be very careful in residential areas, where there are more likely to be pedestrians. And also pedestrians who don't necessarily know, how to stay safe. It's always fun having to stop in the middle of crossing the street because someone just kind of came around a corner, blasted through the intersection, and just kind of stop in your tracks and look at them like this. I'm walking here. I don't know why that's a thing. Except for, like, convertibles, because no one can hear what people are saying outside the car. It's not a thing. But sometimes people just kind of go through, don't care, don't notice. And sometimes people come to a screeching halt when they see you standing there with this look on your face. And they just kind of sit there like, oops, I nearly killed you. Oops, that's right. Oops. Oops. But anyway, that's today's lesson in traffic safety. Remember, there's a reason for these rules. Generally, if a rule was made about something, that's a bug fix, basically. Every law in place is because something happened, and people said, "Oh, I don't want that to happen again." And then they said, "Okay, now no one do this." Like if you go to a store, like the post office or something, and there's a sign that says, "Please, no children on the counter for sanitary reasons." It means one day someone put their kid on the counter, and the kid had a little mess. And the people at the post office really weren't happy about that. So having a stop sign at an intersection means before we didn't have this. And someone died or something. And now we have it. Same for red lights, etc. It's not like it's not just a guideline that, I'll run the red light just once, it's okay. No, not really. It's because people are expecting to be able to go in a perpendicular direction while your light is red and theirs is green. So, I've been driving for about 15 years. No tickets. I always think to myself, if I got stopped by a cop and they said, do you know how fast you were going? I would have to say yes. And they would be like, why are you doing that? And I would feel really dumb. So I guess if I didn't notice, if I was going down a slight hill and gradually accelerated past the speed limit and I didn't notice in time, it's possible that I could get a ticket that way. I'm not saying I've never been in a collision, because I certainly have. Hit a deer once. That was awful. Nearly totaled the car. A month-old car. Another $1,000-ish worth of damage, and it would have been totaled. It was just barely under that. A car is considered a total loss, meaning totaled, if it would cost more than half of the value of the car to fix. It was a lot of damage. But the shop fixed it up real nice. Cole Power says, I've been trying to figure out how to do both of these. What would be the equivalent of a mutex lock in Python, and how to do multiple inheritance? I have never needed multiple inheritance. But it's a thing, I suppose, that I think C++ has. I don't quite remember. And I don't know what a mutex lock is. Sounds cool, though. And Cole Powers says in chat, I don't remember if it's in C++ or C or C# or Java that you use interfaces. I don't know if it's exclusively, but certainly in Java there are interfaces. And it's a royal pain, and it just makes everything take longer. Not to execute necessarily, but to write. I'm going to write an interface. I don't want to do real work. I'm going to write an interface. That should waste some time. Writing implements, stuff, interfaces, all manner of garbage that I don't quite remember. And I hope it isn't in C and C++. I hope we can just do things, write what we want to do, and have it happen. Instead of putting all these frameworks around everything. I learned Java, took 2 classes in it, and then took a class in Python. And after that, I just kinda... every time I wanted to write a program, it would be just, I'm just gonna write this in Python real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Don't want it to be a big, undertaking with, And eventually it came to be, well, I have this in Python. How would I do this in Java? I suppose it would be, I would start, of course, with public static void main string args, and then I say to myself, maybe I won't write it in Java. Because, no thanks. My, second quarter Java class final project that we spent like a month, 2 months doing in a group. After that class and after I learned Python, I thought one day, hey, almost tipped the rig. Excellent. I thought, I'm gonna try rewriting this in Python. And a couple hours later, there it was. I'm like, okay. Not difficult. But of course, the Java version was gigantic. Part of that was that our teacher didn't really know how to do it. Told us that, running out of fuel. I'm fine, we're almost there. I'm fine. When we started this trip, we had 60 grand. Now we have 266 grand. That's impressive. Ooh, big machines doing stuff. I'm actually gonna stop for gas right here, right now. 'Cause I will. I'm sure we could manage it. 54 kilometers, and I could drive another 336. It's fine. Coal Power says, you'll know what a mutex lock is eventually when you get later into C++. Great. It's a type of thread lock to have them happen in the order you exactly want them to be processed. Great. I have never used threading or multiprocessing in Python. Threading isn't super useful in Python because only one thread can be active at a time because of the global interpreter lock. So multiprocessing is what people do when they want to make use of more than one core. And the disadvantage to that compared to threading is that you can't share information between processes as easily as you can between threads. JavaScript, meanwhile, does everything at the same time automatically, whether you want it to or not. Trying to go through files in a certain order, and it just reads all the files at the same time, and I'm like, that's great. But these files depend on what was read previously. So I kind of changed the whole design and made them act on, just to add their information to a dictionary or object or hash map, whatever they're called in JavaScript. Takes up a little more memory, but not a lot. Instead of O of 1 of memory, and a very small 1, it would be O of n, but also a pretty small n. So, ColePower says if you have multiple functions depending on the same object. Strange. Says, my favorite language is C#, and I've only learned a bit of it a month ago. 155 for gas, an arm and a leg. Yeah. Keep in mind this is euros per liter. I don't recall the conversion rate, but this road trip and this stream are almost done. Because we're almost there. You see it? I'm actually gonna see if I can... gameplay... Maybe we'll get a short, quick job afterward that can reset our fatigue meter. Vroom. I see a bit of a turn there. How is this turn? It seems fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Just, you know, going more than twice as fast as I should be. That's okay. And we gotta turn left. Up ahead. Right here, actually. Oh, is it one of those? One of these things. Okay. Alrighty. Is that awesome? Where's the thing? Right here. Okay, cool. Alright. I have to thread the eye of the needle because this game is apparently Star Wars or something. Okay. No way already? No, I'll need to adjust that. I don't know anything about C# except that it's C-like and only works on Windows. I really like the idea of portability. You can just install the interpreter and it works, or run it in a browser and it works, or just compile it on another system and it works. I enjoy that. Whee! Anything? Probably not. Nope. Let's do route length 83 kilometers. Let's drive around for a little bit. Let's drive around for a little bit. Can I get by? I don't know. Now I can. Let's lift those wheels up. Is there anything good here, actually? Might as well check, right? ColePower says it's quite nice. It's It's a nice balance between a dynamically typed language like Python, but explicitly typed like C. Julia's kind of like that. You can declare and assign variables with, just x equals 1, whatever, and same with functions, or you can specify the type to help the compiler out and make it go faster. That's what it says on the back of the box, basically, for the language. I didn't find it to be accurate. Runs slow as molasses is what it does all the time. Do something in Python or JavaScript and it takes 8 seconds, and the Julia thing spends 8 seconds compiling and then another 15 running. And it's like, what is this for? What are you doing with this language? I want to turn around. Can I do that? My turn radius is not so good in my 6 4x2 tag lift. Sorry, mid lift is what I've got. Mid lift is you can lift the middle axle, see? And tag lift is you can do that with the rear axle. A tag lift would give more maneuverability without a trailer, because I would have a tighter turn radius with a shorter wheelbase. Power says 15 years driving. How old are you? I am 30. I don't know if it's visible quality-wise on the stream, but I've got gray hairs in here. Let's see if I can. There's one. There's a little fella. Gray beard. Is it visible at all? I don't know. There we go. See? I'm a horrible, grouchy old man. It's a line from Disney's Sword in the Stone. After Merlin changes from a squirrel back into a human. I'm a horrible, grouchy old man. I started driving when I was 15 and a half, is when you can get a permit around these parts. Was that a pedestrian? Yes. Right there. There totally was. And let's watch this pedestrian and see if they disappear. Sometimes they do that. Walking still exists in this dimension. Good. Good. Very good. How reassuring. Alright. This game has a habit of making the pedestrians like walk by and right in front of you, they just disappear. They're gone. Cool Power says, oh my god, I hope I don't get gray hairs by 30. Well, I don't have a lot. I mean, I had to fish around for one. There's a few in there. And no gray in the top, so. I'm hip. I'm with it. Gotta make this turn first. Hey, Macarena. For those of you younger than 30, Um, that is from the movie Austin Powers, where Dr. Evil, a kind of Bond villain character from the 60s, gets unfrozen in the 90s and has to convince his basically cloned son that he's, you know, a cool dad. Who says, I'm hip, I'm with it. Because the macaroni was like a thing back then. And the really funny part about that reference is that the kids these days don't know Austin Powers. Because the movie's from nearly 20 years ago. So, a joke about being hip and with it that used to be well understood. It's like, oh, you're pretending to be hip and with it in a way that's hip and with it is no longer hip and with it. So you say that, and people go, huh? Then you go, oh god, I'm no longer hip with it. Is that person in a wheelchair? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that in this game. Hello. Is he gonna disappear? He still exists. That's a good sign. Sometimes it's when they go behind a tree or something. The game's like, okay, you're done existing. Sometimes on other streams, it happens regularly. So now I'm suspicious all the time. Just go back and watch, you know, the other 36 of these. Cole Powers says that he has, that he knows the actual Macarena song, but has never seen the whole Austin Powers movie. See? What did I tell you? Back in my day, we accessed the internet through tin cans and razor wire connecting them. Couldn't afford string because of the war. Which war are you talking about? The Gulf War. That wasn't really, you know, a thing for you. Yes, it was. You youngins don't know how good you have it with your drone strikes and whatever. We had to really put in an effort and give up all our string for the... That's the best part about kids. Lying to them. Don't do that. I don't really know where I'm going. Let's see if there's a... Quick job. Aha! Perfect. There's several of them. Goodness. 44. 1. This is what I like. France or Germany? Let's go to France today. Beautiful area. Cole Powers says, props to the developers for the wheelchair. Yes. It can be easy to forget these things and just say, okay, pedestrians, people walking, good. Got it. Next feature. Next feature. But no. Would have been nice if they hadn't just gone, good. The AI cars understand that they can't run into the truck cab. That's sufficient. That's good. Shouldn't we check that they don't run into the trailer? Nah. Nah. Cole Power says, I remember downloading an audio file with 5K internet. 3 hours for a single file. How did I have so much patience? Because you wanted it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm like, where am I supposed to put all these trees? I've got wood. Where do I put it? Whoa. Alrighty. Let's turn that around. Easy. GG easy, noobs. This parking spot was a noob. I easily defeated it. Cool Power says, sometimes it wasn't even the one the name claimed it to be. For another 3 hours. Wasn't that fun? I think I found a thing. And then it's like some ad or virus or something. It's like let's crank this back up. I actually looked for mods recently to give a greater variety of delivery jobs, but apparently the better way to play is not to take any delivery jobs at all. You just quick travel from one garage to the other and back, and while you're, traveling, your employees make money for you. And you just keep doing that, and your money goes up, and then you buy more stuff, and you get money, and that's apparently the game. Wow, over an hour. I was planning on a short stream today, but I had to drive and stuff. I have to turn on my lights again, because when you drive another truck and go back to this one, vroom. Alright. Let's see if we can find some disappearing pedestrians. Any pedestrians at all? There's one. You. He's still there. How weird. Don't do this in real life, by the way. Don't stare at people, marveling at the fact that they haven't disappeared. I think he's being rendered more simply now. It is acceptable for them to disappear when they walk far away, that's fine. But sometimes they just walk right in front of you. Boop. It's weird. Okay. I am satisfied with his continued existence. Where am I going? What am I doing? Euro Truck Simulator is like life. Sometimes you don't know where the heck you're going, but you don't stop driving. And sometimes you crash. Life is like 18 tons of fluorine. I should make that analogy one day. I should remember to do that. Life is like 18 tons of fluorine. Really? How? It just is. Obviously. You mean it isn't immediately evident? All the ways in which life is like fluorine? Cole Powers asks whether you can run over pedestrians in this game. I think you can't. Once again, you cannot, is what I said. And I believe the reason is that it's not implemented. And so the developers made it impossible to try. Notice there's railings everywhere. That's the only place pedestrians will ever appear. So there's actually no way to reach a pedestrian to run them over. See? Like this one. You're gone! Did you see? Did you see that? They were clearly there. Then I passed them and turned around, and they're gone. Gone. That was creepy. See if we can get it, do it again. Be on the lookout for demons. Are there demons nearby? Screech! There's gonna be no pedestrians here, because there's no railing. Cole Powers says, I don't know if you're familiar with GTA 5. I am not. I'm familiar with the concept. I mean, I haven't played it. There's another pedestrian. Here's one more. Let's see if this one disappears. Did you see? Poof! Right before our eyes. You saw it, didn't you? You saw it. What have I been telling you? This game is a harbinger of the occult. People disappearing without warning. Before your very eyes. He's a witch, I tell you. Talking to spirits. They'll burn you. That's from Star Trek, the original series. When they, found some planet that was undergoing some problem, sun going over or something, I don't know. And every person on the planet left through portals into some time and place that they wanted to spend their lives in. And one of them was like a 15th, 16th century Europe sort of thing, with like musketeer types and cut purses and people accusing each other of being witches, that sort of thing. They'll burn ya. Because Kirk was like trapped here, and he's like knocking on the wall and trying to find the portal again that he, you know, leapt through, but really shouldn't have. And he's talking, and you know, Spock on the other side of the wall is like, yeah, what's up? And this lady's like, who are you talking to? Spirits is who he's talking to. Sorry, whom he's talking to. GTA 5, people keep on trying to make the trains stop with everything. And I'm like, it won't stop, obviously, because it is not programmed for the train to interact with anything. So, that's something you have to keep in mind. Anything in a video game had to be planned for. If you've played some of the more primitive 3D games, they have invisible walls. Like Mario 64, for example. You can be walking along in a level, and when you get to the edge, there's just like, you can't walk anymore. You run into nothing, and you cannot proceed. And if you manage to get somewhere that the developers didn't think you would be able to get, and is not implemented somehow, you may either do weird things, or maybe crash the program, you never know. But it's not gonna suddenly act realistically. Like if they programmed a train, for example, to just kind of go through and look like it's there. You can't, if you figure out a way to like hop onto the train, you won't be able to like go inside and have a hold up or something, because it doesn't know how to do that. Anything good here? Probably not. No. Cole Power says she reappeared turning around the corner. I didn't see that. This game is trippy sometimes. Anything good? Where am I? Dresden. Wow, that's awful. 56 is okay. 49. 54, the money really doesn't. 70, but it's all the way in Frankfurt. That's a lot more than 5 hours away, I can tell you. Probably around 6 hours at least. Castle. Anyway, oh, all the way in Frankfurt, yeah. And it expires in 5 hours. I could, if I had garages here, I could quick travel from here to there, but it is not instant. It's just faster for the player, but time in the game world still proceeds as normal. So, someone else in chat, Waffle Slime MC says hi. Hi. I'm trying to see if there's good deliveries. Not really. I want to be paid like 200 euros per kilometer for everything. I want my euros per second to go up. It only goes up with getting employees, and they drive trucks for you. So, I think that might be the stream for today. And tomorrow, I don't know what. Tomorrow might be early morning as well, or it might be later. So either 24 hours-ish or 40 something. I don't know what the situation will be. But thanks everyone for stopping by to watch and for hanging out in chat. And stop at stop signs. That's the tip of the day. Stop at stop signs is good. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and you can watch all my old streams on my channel in the archives. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.